45 minutes, that's good.
Yeah.
We got enough time.
Welcome to
Hello everyone, welcome to... You can do it.
Late with Matt and Matt.
This is the podcast
Okay.
So this is a podcast we started. You can stream it on Spotify if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, you can watch it on YouTube.
And I just want to warn you, this makes no sense. This whole thing.
This whole thing is just me and him rambling
utter
for
nonsense.
An hour.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew. That's Matthew. And we
Really?
shortened our names because the sign wouldn't be big enough if we didn't do that. And also because I'm lazy and didn't feel like cutting out all the letters.
Me too.
And Up Late with Matthew sounds less appealing than Up Late with Matt. So
we went with Matt.
So if you can't see the sign, check it out on Instagram. Hopefully the picture of that will be up of the set.
That's if you're streaming on Spotify.
Yeah, if you are. If you're on YouTube,
You can see it.
I can't see you, but you can see me, and that's a little scary. So my YouTube channel, Smoky Cat. Is there anything you want to plug real quick?
I'm good.
All right, he's good. Everyone subscribe to Good. Okay, so we have right here
My name is good.
the trusty apple juice storages because our voices are getting a little sore. So it's currently 12:54, so 1 a.m.
I'm
We
tired.
are indeed up late. We have been working on this set for like 5 hours.
We'll go about 9 hours. We'll go 9 hours.
I think I'm ready for some sleep. Actually, I'm not tired.
I'm not tired.
I'm not tired. You want to play Minecraft
But I'm going
after this?
insane.
I'll play Minecraft after this.
Sure, I'm going.
We're going insane and we're gonna play Minecraft. It's a great title for something.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get this thing rolling. All right. So.
All right.
So the first thing I want to get out of the way is this. So our neighbor, Mr. Dan, shout out Mr. Dan. I'm not sure if he's gonna be watching this or not. But my mom comes out to me and she says, "Here's this fart gun," and I go, "Why?
Where'd it
We
come
don't
from?
have that." And she
What?
goes, "Well, Mr. Dan gave it to you for your podcast." So earlier we were cutting out making the sign. I say as I look over to the cardboard that has been brutally macheted
Twice.
yeah. That's the sign, final product. If you can't see it, check it out. And basically, he saw us, he heard about our podcast,
Yeah.
Up Late with Matt and Matt, and he gave us this fart gun as a bit for the episode. So we're going to be using it throughout the podcast a little bit. We're going to do a little segment on it in a little bit. First, I want to address the set. We have the Up Late sign, which I'm actually really proud of. Matthew did a good job
Yeah.
with some of the decorating on this one. I did the stuff in yellow, and Matthew did the stuff in white, and he did the width. And
The
then this is from my channel. We have 7178, the little tiny train, and then Matthew has Donut, even though it's mine still because this is my house. I live here. And we have the
He
Nugs
lives here.
We have the iconic Nugs Not Drugs
Don't
poster.
do drugs.
Don't do drugs, stay in Nugs. So, yeah. We'll get that later.
Which, yeah. What a
I'm
great.
so glad
way-
we brought the coasters out. For that one.
Yeah. So
We're gonna act like that didn't happen.
we're gonna.
So
act
we're
like
gonna-
it did happen.
We're gonna be talking about how this podcast got started. A little bit about that. Some stories that revolve around that. Just sort of a general idea. So basically, starting way back when, I'd say we were around 12 years old.
Probably not.
Matthew remembers this. We were in Harper's Ferry, not the time when my mom was mortally injured, but the other one. One of the many. So we're standing there, and we're walking up this hill. We're by ourselves, and
Because
animation YouTubers.
There's slower people behind us, so we had time to kill.
Animation YouTubers are really thriving at this point in time. So we go, you know what? What if we make this sort of animated podcast style sort of thing, and we call it Stories and Stuff? And I did some test footage for it, and we recorded some lines, and I went,
Yeah, this ain't
I'm not
happening.
animating this. This could take forever. So we plan to do it like every week, every 2 weeks. But we lived really far away. Sharing audio files would be a mess.
Really hard.
I can't animate if you guys have seen my plane crash, sorry for the watermark video. That is literally the title of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. It really is. It is a watch. You can watch it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about it because there's nothing good to say about it. But basically,
There is a plane.
and it crashed.
It did.
Sorry for watermark. So fast.
The watermark.
So fast forward a little bit to today. Matthew comes over. We're hanging out a little bit. He brings his drone over. Okay, and the drone is really cool, like super cool. Would be ashamed of something.
Drone.
Would be ashamed if something were to happen to it. Anyway, so I'm flying it around over the bridge. We're getting some really cool cinematic shots. Don't ask me for them. We didn't record any of it for some reason. Oh, did you hear that voice crack? That was bad. So anyway, we're flying the drone, and it decides to emergency land because the battery doesn't last nearly as long as I thought it did.
It was 45 minutes. It was fine. It was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. But by the time we got to the bridge, it was almost out, right?
That's because we were messing around.
Yeah, we messed around with it at the house. We flew over the house. We flew over the water. We flew over a bunch of stuff. And so basically, we're in the middle of this neighborhood. And it's my grandmother's neighborhood. And the drone goes, I go, Matthew? Yeah? Low battery. Critically low battery. Emergency landing. What do you mean emergency landing? And then we hear off in the distance, and I go, uh-oh. And then I start running because I remember where I flew it because I was in the low.
We just didn't want it to get run over by a car.
Yeah, we didn't want it to land in somebody's yard or get run over by a car or whatever. So we basically run over there, pick it up, and I go, well, we're pretty close to my grandmother's house. Let's just stop by, say hello to Grandma. So we go over to Grandma's house. She never does answer the door. We're chilling out in the hammock, in her hammock, waiting for her to come out, and I get a missed call from my mother, and I go, uh-oh. Matthew goes, Matthew, what time is it? And I'm like, 1:50, and he goes, we gotta go. And I go, oh yeah, that's right, Ethan's birthday party is happening.
Birthday party at 2 o'clock, and it was like 15, 20 minutes away.
It was like 15 minutes away from it.
Yeah.
So basically, we get up, we start dashing, like mad dashing, as fast as we can to the house. Matthew's worried his stuff's gonna fall out of his pockets and everything.
Because they're stuffed.
And we make it, we cross the bridge, we run down, we're there, we make it, we get in the car, and we head on out. And Ethan's party was a swing, good time. We went bowling, we had bowling alley pizza. We all named ourselves foods.
Yeah.
I was lettuce and Matthew was bacon, which was a reference to Cub Scout camp when our names were bacon, lettuce, and tomato was Truesdale. Well, some of them might. They might have been there. I don't see any of them doing that, but they might. You don't know.
Yeah, some random guy.
Some random guy, maybe. I know that guy from the place at the thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was lettuce. He was bacon. Then Evan was egg. Aiden was bread, and Ethan was toaster. He was toaster.
He was toaster. I called him toast.
I called him toast as well. He was toaster, and we had a really fun time doing that. I was not good at bowling.
We ate hard cardboard.
It was really good. It was heavenly cardboard. Really was.
It was the fine cardboard.
Honey, bring out the fine cardboard. Guests are coming. So basically, we're done that, we go home. So about that drone earlier, yeah, I'll have one.
So we got all excited because we're home.
We're home. Play with the drone again. Play with the drone again. So I'm flying it around, having a good time. I bring it in for a landing, and
you backed up into the power line.
Yeah, I backed up into the power line, and luckily the drone itself was okay, but one of the wings flew off into a bunch of pieces, scattered all over the yard. And so we go to Best Buy to go get stuff to replace it.
Yeah, because they said they had it in stock.
They said they had it in stock.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little hint. They didn't. So we're standing there. And
talking to me like a million employees, whatever.
My parents are talking to employees in the next aisle over. And here I am with the camcorder going, Matthew, say something funny. I'm Freddie. I'm Carly. Look. Say something funny. And you're just standing there like...
Something funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. No, you said something interesting. I said, say something interesting.
I said something interesting.
So then we go out, and we see these 3 microphones. They say podcast microphones, and I go, "Hey Matthew, you remember stories and stuff?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Yeah, okay." So then I don't know why we brought that up or what it had to do with anything, but I for some reason we started talking about the podcast and we started making jokes like, "Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the podcast. I'll see you later," and stuff like that. And just generally, I'm not sure why we find it funny stuff. It might be sleep deprivation. It is 1 to 3 in the morning currently. So basically, we're committed to doing this podcasting.
We're stuck here. Because if it goes bright outside, it wouldn't be up late with Matt.
It wouldn't be up late with Matt and Matt.
It would be up early with Matt and Matt.
We might. If it comes to that, we can glue early onto there.
Yeah.
And it'll look totally normal with our dark blue and star themed background with the moon under the up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically, we head to a bunch of stores and we head home. And I realized I had that microphone, which you can't see, and you never will see, so don't ask. We find a microphone that we can use, and I'm like, okay, let's do this thing. So go out, we start the sign, we tell Mr. Dan about it.
It takes about 4 hours for the sign.
It took us 4 hours to make this sign, so you guys better appreciate it.
We had to spray paint it, like dry spray paint.
We spray painted it, then we glued letters out, and we glued a bunch of pictures to it. Broke my printer trying to do it, I think. We tried printing out stuff, and all the printer did was like make paper crunching sounds.
It just made some weird
So
sounds.
I'm assuming there's a paper jam or something in there. I'll have to tell my parents about it. Mom, Dad, if you're watching, I forgot to tell you, your printer's jammed. You're welcome.
I think they would probably figure it out before then.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Have you met my parents?
They don't.
We don't ever touch that thing. It just sits there.
Okay.
So yeah, that was that. And that's about all I have to say about that.
Okay, so what about this present?
Oh yeah. Mr. Dan gave us this fart gun. Shout out Mr. Dan. He gave us this. Got apple juice on my hand.
Got also apple juice all over the table.
Thank you for that pleasant reminder. I thought we were gonna go on acting like that didn't happen.
Nice.
You guys, comment below how much the apple juice did not spill. Go ahead, do it. You won't.
30%.
You won't.
30% of it.
No. It didn't. It's why is it clear? I mean, it didn't happen. Nothing
It's clear
happened.
because it's on glass.
Shh, they're glass. Okay. So basically,
It's full of glass. Okay.
we're gonna try and play a game where we try and
Tell a story.
tell a story, but you can't say the word "the,"
The.
because if you do, you'll get fart gunned.
I mean, it doesn't really do not make a sound.
It makes a sound.
And it stinks
And that-
because I guess water was in it or something.
There was like water when I first did it. Yeah, there was water in there. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it kind of stinks.
It is a little gross.
Not supposed to do it. It's whatever.
It's whatever. So today we're gonna tell a story of 2 dogs, an active train tunnel, a bridge, a river, and a prayer.
And a prayer. One big prayer.
And Matthew's leg.
And
Dying.
my leg.
And we're gonna try and tell that story without saying the.
Yeah.
And let's go. You want me to start it?
Yes.
Alright. So we're down at Patapsco Valley State Park, and we're in the area where they have that active train tunnel. I've already done it. I've already gone and done it. That's great. Okay, so we're in area where train tunnel. I sound so stupid. We're in area where train tunnel. And so basically there's this
90 degrees
bridge.
slope. And a 90 degree slope.
And a slope going up to it. So we
maybe about 85.
We decide,
Close.
well, I guess we gotta climb it then.
Why not climb it?
And we start going up. It was pretty fun. Matthew, you can take it from here. You're the one who suffered an injury.
We went all the way to top.
We went all the way to top.
And we were messing around. We're next to the train, whatever, being stupid. I don't know how long ago.
You said going next to the train.
Yeah. We were at top. We were messing with train.
At top, mess with train. English, yes, very much so.
Yeah, and we've been stupid. This is weird because I don't want to say the word. I just said it. Yeah. Eventually, we went down. I sound
Very
like
good.
a robot.
Huh?
And we went down.
Robot?
Yes, robot.
When was robot?
No, I sound like robot.
Oh, yes. A little
So
bit.
we went down.
We went down. Okay. For those of you who are listening on Spotify, Matthew just took his hands and made a downward sloping motion with it while he said the word.
About 85
Alright,
degrees.
time in with the game, okay.
85 degrees down, and we're going down trying to stay upright, not tumble down the hill. I cut my leg open. I don't notice till we get halfway to the bottom.
He goes, Matthew? Yeah? I think I cut my leg open. And I'm like, okay. So I go over there, and it's like all cut up. And he goes, I think we should head down now.
We're already going down, but
We're
yeah.
already going down, but he's like, better get down there and get a little medical attention on that one.
I think all I did was pour alcohol, like rubbing alcohol on it, and that was it.
All I did was pour my, whiskey on there, So we head down to train tunnel, and we have the dogs with us, so we probably shouldn't have done this.
Dogs.
I know.
Okay.
We probably shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
But, Matthew, you can take it from here.
We went through train
No,
tunnel.
more interesting than that.
What? When we...
Tunnel is very thin, and when we into tunnel, I don't know why I avoided the word into.
tunnel.
I don't know why.
Into tunnel.
When we go into tunnel,
When you go into tunnel, you
There-
make...
there were no trains coming or going
Not at all.
at the moment because the signals were red.
Yeah, we're good. We're... I
I said the signals.
said it again, but...
Signal were red.
Signal were...
Signal
red.
was red. So we walked in there anyway because we thought it was safe.
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
Yeah,
The dogs were fine.
We were fine.
I said the dogs. Yeah,
You're doing this to yourself more than...
I am. Yes. Okay. From now on, if you don't catch yourself
That's
doing it, it's only at the other person. So we're in the tunnel. The dogs are fine. Everybody's happy.
Train, go... over here. Train, go...
No, this is different time.
This is different time.
No, I'm on same time still.
Oh, okay.
We're talking like cavemen.
Because
Me on same time. You on
word.
same time still?
Duh.
So, dogs on train track. Dogs on railroad tie.
Duh, dogs.
No, you can't make that workaround. No. Okay, so on train track, walk out of tunnel, go back to car, after walk uphill again, because walk train track a little bit. You keep motioning as though the people who are listening can see you through the screen. Just imagine Matthew playing charades as we go along with the game here.
Well, if it's on YouTube, you can watch it.
If it's on YouTube, you should watch it on YouTube and Spotify. Give us double the views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
go watch
on
it again. The
streams.
exact same experience.
Yeah, but this time it's...
It's like reading a book that was adapted into the movie.
We make no sense.
So, like, when you read a book and you imagine the characters and whatever, and then you
How
see the movie and you're like, was not expecting that outcome. Like, these people don't look like or
So if
sound
you
like.
start on Spotify, go to YouTube.
Yeah, do
If you start
Spotify
on
first.
YouTube, don't go to Spotify.
If you saw it on YouTube, don't go to Spotify. If you saw it on Spotify, go to YouTube next.
Yeah.
If you have the time, If you're like on your computer or something. I'm not sure why you'd be listening to two strange people ramble on for a half an hour
About nothing
Yeah.
important to y'all.
y'all. You can tell we're American, I guess. I say that. I say y'all a lot. I don't know why though.
It's just what the flip? That's
I think it's the
Roomba.
Fridge.
no that vacuum.
Did I close basement door?
Well, if it does, if you
We'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun. I don't have the sound for that, and I'm not editing it.
he's gonna go check the stair because if Roomba don't see stairs. Boom,
Door
boom,
is
boom,
closed.
Boom, boom, and
Okay,
fall
so
down.
I think we can call the game over now. That was pretty much it for that story.
Okay.
Goodbye, fart gun. That's it. Alright. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
So next up,
Wolves.
wolves. Yeah, let's do the wolf story. Yeah, let's get
Okay.
into the wolf story. So, with the boat club, we're like,
With his
what?
boat club.
You said, oh yeah, my boat club.
Don't
Matthew would not boat enough for boat club.
I was about to say I was boring, but I do too much.
He does way too much. He's a light mile.
Hey, There's a light in here?
I made the mistake of looking at the light over there. Wow. We might get better lighting in the future,
Hopefully.
depending on how well this does. We're hoping to get an actually good light and put in the corner over there that doesn't blind us when we look at it.
And shadows, but it don't work.
It doesn't
So
matter
these
because
wolves-
it's at night. So we're going to this campground with the boat club, and there's this nature trail. So we go down to it, and there's like the sign says caution wolves. We think
Yeah.
nothing of it because it's a safety precaution. It's like when they said caution rattlesnakes, and you don't see any rattlesnakes.
They're just snakes. You don't see none. But we were 9.
Snakes
we
and
were,
stones may break my bones.
We were 9.
We were 9.
Wolves sign? Nah.
Take it away from here, Booba, and I'll interrupt you whenever I feel fit.
So we were walking down this nature trail, and we went off course a lot of it. Not
A
just
lot of it?
A lot of it. And we come up to this marsh area, whatever. And all I could see was 2 wolves. 2, that was it. And they're standing there, and they see us.
and we see them.
We see them. They know we see them. What? And we start backing up because, 9 wolves. Yeah. We back up.
They
and,
start howling.
Yeah, and when we got to the tree line, whatever, back near the woods, we started running because we were done. They just kept making more noises and more. We didn't know if they were getting closer.
And over and over, more and more of them sounding like they're getting closer, like they're alerting their pack or
Yeah,
something.
we had no clue.
We have no idea still to this day what was going on during that ordeal. But they just start screaming at each other. We can hear them getting closer. I'm not sure if it was different wolves or if it was the same wolves running after us, or
I don't think they were chasing us at all. But I
I think they were making sound and we just perceived it as them getting closer.
because we were 9
We were 9. And so
in the woods by ourselves.
And so we go and
We get back to the trail. We go back.
we see this big hill, and eventually we figure out that the hill is where the campground is. On
Yeah.
top of the hill, we're down in the valley. We realize we need to find a way, it's not the nature trail, to get back up because there's only one way in, one way out, trail-wise. So,
start
Matthew
climbing
Boomer,
the hill.
we see this perfectly placed tree, if you will,
Yeah.
and we decide that it's time to climb that, and you can take it away from there. But we also saw the tree stand, and
That
in my
had,
book
a
that I'm planning to
cutout.
publish, and I don't feel like I'm
It had a cutout
Cutout
of a bear.
I vividly remember the bear being alive, probably because I was 9 at the time.
It was.
But
a
it was
cutout.
one tree stand, and it was a cutout of a bear in the tree stand. It wasn't
It was-
a bear on the tree
No,
stand.
it wasn't. It was a cutout.
It was a cutout. Just to clarify, anyone who read my book that I haven't released yet and probably won't ever release. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say was, Sam, if you're out there, I gave you wrong information.
So we went back to the campground, whatever, and spent 3 hours afterwards. We played mini golf, raced
Primal
cars.
Derby. I don't know why. Okay. So we keep golf clubs and golf balls in the back of the camper for some
And we
reason.
never use them.
We never use them, but twice we've brought them out. And we've made our own mini golf course out of
With the
firewood.
red solo cups.
Red solo cups and firewood.
Yeah.
Top 10 camping ideas.
Top 10 camping ideas to do with your family.
I don't like the way you said that. It didn't sound natural at all.
Buy a golf club.
Number 1, buy a golf club.
Buy a golf club.
So then basically we get bored, and there's this lady at the boat club. Her name's Miss Karen. She's really nice. She said that she wanted to basically go and see these wolves for herself. We didn't see any wolves. So
Yeah, we went back down there, went right back to the spot.
there were none.
None.
All gone. I don't know. Maybe we scared them.
But there were
nine-year-olds.
sounds.
There
A lot
were
of
sounds. They scared us.
And
She said, I ain't climbing that tree. And then she climbed the tree. What a legend.
we were walking, whatever, and we're on the other hill or whatever. We have to where we were last time down in the valley. That's where we're on the top of the hill of the in between the two valleys. I mean, in between the two hills. We're in the valley in between the two hills. We're on the top of the other one, and we have to go down all the way down to go all the way back up to the campground. Yeah, that's all I really remember from the last part.
So I'm going to say that was that story. And it's 1:19. When did we start the podcast?
12:50 something.
Alright, so it's been like a half hour.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this half hour is well deserved. Apple juice time.
This has been a great show.
It's been a good show.
We've been rambling on for nothing. This is Up Late with Matt and Matt.
We are
This is
really overtired. We don't feel it yet, but in the morning we definitely are going to feel
I
it.
feel like I'm gonna fall over.
If you guys support the channel in any way at all, whether it's subscribing,
Just comment.
commenting, anything you do,
Or subscribe.
watching the video all the way through, sharing with your friends, we are trying to basically upgrade our set. So we're not even doing anything personal. Like, maybe eventually we will start doing things, or we'll start doing stuff to buy ourselves things. But right now, we want to try and get the set to look cool. I like the homemade sign, but I think it would be cool to get an actual like neon sign that says Up Late with Matt and Nat. I think it would be cool to get an area where we can have our own designated
Yeah.
Matt and Nat studio, like maybe a shed or something on his property. And he lives like 5 minutes away now, so we're planning on cranking these things out weekly. He's gonna come over here, I'm gonna go over there. Matthew, are you gonna make a Matt and Nat studio at your house, and I'll just bring the sign over?
Yeah.
We'll switch the sign
We
out.
could do that. We got
So-
plenty of space now.
So we'll be switching around. We plan to build one in the woods, Town 872. Anybody?
When we build a town all made of
Natural
natural
materials.
materials.
We're planning on building out of natural materials an entire town, and we're gonna try and put our Up Late studio in there.
And that whole series will be on YouTube.
So please try and get this thing to catch on. We're gonna keep this podcast rolling, and we're gonna try and keep expanding this little idea that we started on a hill in Harper's Ferry, like who knows how long ago. So thank you for watching the podcast. Thank you for your support.
Listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening all the way through. Seriously, I'm not sure how you did it.
Yeah,
And we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
bye.
I like how Steve